to victory. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against Griffin's Bengals.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Miller, even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Miller. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Watson now to throw. And an alley to run. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. To throw on second is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Bengals have recovered it. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. So it'll be first down here after the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One way to get recognition, partner. Make some big plays. Bernardrick McKinney was the only player in the NFL last year with at least 100 tackles and 5 or more sacks. It's a big, long linebacker in the middle. But, boy, does he have the ability to bend and make plays.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go!
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. This time, Griffin will throw. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. On second down, here's Miller. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the...
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The tight end changing his position. Again, it's Foreman. And an alley to run. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Watson hands this to Foreman. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down, and it's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now they run with Mixon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First interception he's thrown on the season. New town, new receivers, still probably trying to get in sync with everyone.
And you just know that he's not going to say, hey, I'm just getting started with these guys. We're still working on it. But there definitely is an element to it. I don't care how many OTAs, how many mini camps, preseason. There's nothing like game speed. They're still working up to it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Vincent Ray in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Let's go.
From the 50, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Here we go. Let's round. Ohio.
From the red zone now, Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The rookie from Kansas State, Jordan Willis. And it'll be 4th down.
I imagine when Jordan Willis gets up in the morning, his throttle is wide open all day. I mean, this guy can go.
Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year last season at Kansas State, 11.5 sacks. And every year you look at his numbers, he got better as a Wildcat.
Loves his versatility. He can play up and down the defensive line.
So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Whoosh. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
If Joe Mixon plays up to his potential, Cincinnati got a draft steal getting him in the 2nd round.
Strong runner. He's built like a rock, 230 pounds.
Yeah, and he moves like a little guy. He's one of the...
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. The 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Mixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. To throw is RG3. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action here on first down. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action with Griffin, rolling to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Griffin on second down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. From the gun, it's Griffin. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Third and long. It's Griffin. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they're going to go soft on the corners. In motion is Fedorowicz. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executing well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Griffin out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Texans coming up on 1st and goal. Remember, last year they struggled to rush the ball in the end zone. Only 8 touchdowns on the ground. 2nd fewest in the league. Now it's Watson. And this one's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Watson looks to throw again. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal, and he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So give him 3 there. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On the toss, Mixon. They find some open field here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like...
And he's into the clear. The 40, 30, 10. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now Griffin. And Green with a catch left side. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin going deep downfield for Ross. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And the wideout in motion. On 3rd down, Griffin. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. And there's the first NFL catch for John Ross. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Play action. Now Griffin going deep downfield for Ross. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run here with Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Bernard. That's some strong running. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mixon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. The toss play to Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Griffin. And able to find Green. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On third and goal, here's Griffin dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Griffin on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second and very short here, less than a yard. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Powerful running. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Griffin. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Griffin, flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing now, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And that will write a finish to this ball game.